Space, the boundary of human achievement, the new frontier.
It's just a cough.
Yeah, right. And the Earth is flat.
Treat your cough seriously with Robitussin CF Max. Nothing lasts longer and treats more symptoms for your cough, cold, and flu. Robitussin, because it's never just a cough.
In a few moments, you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It will be the result of your subconscious fears transformed to your conscious awareness. Warning, this tape must not be played by government personnel. It can be extremely harmful and result in severe trauma. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's good to see you. I must go. I know I must go.
Hold him. Now you listen to me, you hillbilly punk who thinks the world's still round. I'm here to tell you it's not. It's flat.
Lexi, tell us something interesting.
Okay, the Earth is flat, and a witch stole his pants.
Flat Earth expert Mark Sargent thinks the moon landing was a hoax.
Technically, the moon itself is a hoax.
Right, but betting with Sportsbet's new iPhone app?
I could do this standing on my head.
Thanks, Gravity. Sportsbet's new iPhone app. It's foolproof.
I know how we're different. Do you believe the Earth is flat?
I know it's flat. I walk on it.
Holy sh**.
Do you think the Earth is flat, Snoop? What do you
It's a flat world after all.
Smoke weed every day.
Und jetzt der Verkehr. Vorsicht, liebe Autofahrer, auf der A3 Oberhausen Richtung Arnheim ist die linke Spur aufgrund eines UFO-Absturzes gesperrt.
Yeah, I thought you'd be more smitten after. Broadcasting straight to you from a large spaceship, currently at war with mainstream science. Meanwhile, the peanut gallery's quote is, "You can't buy happiness, but you can go to Vegas," and that's kind of the same thing. It's not bad. By the way, I didn't proofread that. I probably should have. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Strange World, where the truth is often stranger than fiction. I'm your host, Mark Sargent, the creator of Flat Earth Clues, which propose that all of us are living inside a Truman Show enclosed structure, thousands of miles wide. Sorry, I drank too much punch. It was my mother's 80th birthday today. Big celebration. Just Google Flat Earth Clues if you can't find it. Well, you're just not very good at the internet. Currently, this show is on Tuesday nights at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. And yes, Caroline, if it is not March 21st, 2023, which, as you know, is officially the future. then you are listening to a rerun. Quote of the day goes exactly like this: Vegas, baby, Vegas. That's for Karen. And if you haven't figured out what the show is called, it is called Viva Flat Earth, and you'll know why here in a second. Speaking of co-hosts, my co-host, she's lovely, she's sassy, and she's one of the biggest Flat Earth rock stars ever, Karen B. What's going on, Karen?
Hey, Mark. You know what's going on.
Yeah, it's not just
Vegas,
any...
baby, Vegas!
Yes. It's not just any Tuesday. It is Viva Flat Earth Tuesday, episode 399. Why is it Viva Flat Earth? Well, because we are going to be announcing. You know what? I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to let Karen do it, but we're not going to do it yet because we still got to do shout outs and all other stuff. Plus, David Weiss has to get his plug. Hey, Karen, being the current queen of Flat Earth, it must be hard to find Flat Earth friends. Do you know an easy way to find cool people like yourself and solid info about our stationary, horizontal, level plane?
Why, yes. That would be the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app.
Yep. It's the perfect gift for friends, family, complete strangers, people you meet in an elevator, homeless people, whatever. Watch the featured video every day for 2 weeks and see what happens. It'll be the best $2.99 you've ever spent. Don't forget, you can also find this program on BitChute and Brighteon, Rockfin, and Rumble. YouTube is not the end of Flat Earth. It is just the beginning. I'm trying to stay hydrated. This is not easy. I just got back from that LA meetup, which we'll talk about. I got back on Sunday afternoon, and I am still recovering. Shout outs to the guy I missed down in Los Angeles. I'm sorry about that, Stefan. Flat Earther Stefan Carpenter of the Deftones. Support the Flat Earth cause and get the coolest hoodies ever. Go to the strong.family. I swear, next time I am down there, I will stay an extra day and I will make sure I see you. Or you really should have come, man, to the place. It's a gorgeous house on the beach, down on Sunset Beach. You've been down to Huntington Sunset before?
No.
Well, it's pretty much what you
I
think.
drove through it years ago, but
Straight out of
I haven't even set foot in California in like almost a decade, I think.
It's straight out of Baywatch, that sort of stuff. It was, the red trucks driving in front of you and beautiful sandy beaches. It was really gorgeous. And thank you. I might as well mention this before we talk about the meetups that are coming up. The LA meetup was fantastic. Thank you, Stefan and everybody else for bringing me down there. A lot of fun. Anyone wants to bring me to a meetup, hey, just fly me in, find me a place to stay. And it was lovely. I think we had like 170 people apparently went through the door during the 12 hours that I was on my feet talking to people. That was long. Time flew, but it was a blast. I did not really drink too much at all. People were feeding me drinks, but I tried not to, it was mostly for trying to stay hydrated. But it was a lot of fun. I met some great people. And let's just get into it. Well, you know what? Yeah, let's get into it. All these people that I talked to, because I was promoting it the entire time I'm down there, they will be attending the Flat Earth Conference coming in 2023. Why, Karen?
Because it's in Las Vegas, baby. Vegas.
Play the sound effect.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Yep. So it's Karen B's famous or infamous Flat Earth Conference is not going to be East Coast this year. It is going to be in Las Vegas. Is there anything else you can tell us right now other than it's going to be in October?
It's going to be October 21st and 22nd, 2023 in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And details will be coming soon. But we do have the date set and the location. So get ready, baby.
Cool. Yeah, the conference that should have been, Patricia Steer and I toyed with this back in 2015, and everyone said, no, man, you're going to be all sellout. You're going to be all Captain Bring Down. So he said, oh, fine, screw you. We'll start small with small stuff. And then in 2020, Vegas was supposed to be a possibility, but then the pandemic happened. It's like, nope, you can't come to Vegas unless you wear masks. It's like, okay, yeah, that's going to work really well with our community. So we had to wait 3 years, and here we are.
Yes, here we are.
So very, very exciting.
Yes.
Very, very cool. So Karen, I'm queuing up the meetups. So that, and then meanwhile, between now and then, there's a whole bunch of meetups that are happening. Karen, do you have your meetup list in front of you? If not, I can punch up mine.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the next one, there's going to be one March 28th in Bournemouth, UK. Flat Earth Meetup. That is in jolly old England. Bournemouth. I don't know if I've ever been to Bournemouth, but it seems pretty cool. A little beach community in England, kind of like where we are up in the Northwest. That's going to be March 28th, and you can check out that promo on my channel. April 1st, there's a Flat Earth Meetup in St. Petersburg, Florida. You can also find that meetup promo on my channel. And
just got an email about that.
Did you? Well, I've already got a promo on my channel.
St. Petersburg, Florida, the one Booker Creek Park. Does that sound April 1st? Okay.
That's it. April 1st, Booker Creek Park. Yep, absolutely.
All right.
And there's another one coming. I've got the promo. I didn't even have to make the promo for this. This was sent to me, which is Flat Earth Meetup, Port Chester, New York, April 29th.
Yes.
With David Weiss.
That's right. And Lowry.
Yep, Alex Lowry. And so there's going to be a lot of blue dot memorabilia floating around that place. So David always brings a pretty good crowd. For whatever reason, he's not so great, You got any others on your list?
Yeah, there's going to be a meetup in Melbourne, Florida, also on April 1st. There is the details for that are at flatearthfestivals.com under Flat Earth Friendly Meetups. There's also a meetup April 22nd in Eufaula, Oklahoma.
Oh, right.
Lake Eufaula. And Peanut Gallery will be attending that one.
Yes, Peanut Gallery will be at the Oklahoma meetup, and you can check out that one at meetups.com.
Yes.
I believe Jesse's doing that one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then there's another Tucson hike on my website, and also Jam in the Plain, which is June 16th through the 18th in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Yeah. It's starting to feel like 2019 again, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. People are starting to get out and meet again, and we're starting to have more get-togethers. It's great. And we're going to Vegas, baby. Vegas.
Yeah, awesome. And anyone that wants to bring me out, by the way, since the airport, the mandates have now been dropped for the most part, as far as Americans are concerned, flying. If you're looking, if you want to know if you want to bring me out, I will be flying out of Everett, because the Everett airport, which is literally, I can see it from here. They fly over my house all the time. That's where I'll be leaving from. It's a little regional airport, just so you know. If you're wondering, it's like, well, Marco, I only asked that because somebody said recently, it's like, hey, Mark, can you come to our meetup in Fresno? Like, Fresno? You guys have meetups in Fresno? I flew in a long way, by the way. Peanut Gallery says I'll fly you to Oklahoma in a Cessna. I've done long things in a Cessna. Well, actually, it wasn't a Cessna. It was an RV-6. But I've flown on tiny little planes before. It's fine. But anyway, they wanted to fly me to Fresno, and they the only airline that goes out of the airport down my house is Alaska. That's like the only way they can get me is to go to San Diego. As you know, Karen, that's a little bit of a weird jump to go down to San Diego, then to Fresno.
Yeah.
From the Seattle area. But you know what? I've done worse.
Well, Fresno's like kind of like in the valley, like in the kind of.
What, Fresno?
It's not exactly a destination town.
Well, what threw me was there's no direct Alaska Airlines flight from San Fran to Fresno. I would have thought they would have a little puddle jumper into there, but there isn't at all.
Maybe Southwest might have.
Yeah, who flies into Fresno? I mean, Alaska does, but only from San Diego. So anyway, doesn't really matter. The routes have changed during the pandemic, so it's fine. I'll work with it. Okay. Shall we get to the headline? So anyway, so you guys know. So Vegas, it's going to happen. West Coast people, you are on notice. I would imagine we will have. It should be interesting. I think it's going to be a way more colorful event, because California will make up the bulk of these of the people.
Oh yeah, it's going to be all those West Coast people who haven't been coming to the events because they've been all the way on the East Coast, and a lot of people just didn't want to travel that far. A few of the diehards did.
Yeah.
Shout out to the diehards who did.
Yeah.
And now we're coming to you. We're bringing it to your side. So
it was cool, by the way, running into, I don't know, at least 10 people at that meetup down at Renee's. They were at your conference.
Yeah.
And it's like, really? You guys like, oh yeah, we live out here. It's like, right on. And then you know who the furthest person was though that came to this meetup? Again, it's a meetup. You know who it was? Dennis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from Oregon.
Oregon? I thought it was Louisiana. Or is he just always driving through Louisiana?
No. I'm pretty sure he's
I have
based
no
in
idea.
Oregon. So it was a short little hop, but it was cool. And the rest of the people just came, from just around the LA scene. It was very, very cool. Okay, headlines. We got a bunch of them. So let's get to it. The main headlines are too big. Lucky unlucky list is surprisingly thick this week. But then again, hey, from what we understand, it's pretty much what we expected, right? Because it would start getting, a little worse and worse as we get along because it's in the system longer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. RT.com. First headline is for people that, by the way, I had some nice people at the meetup say it's great to listen to Strange World because I don't have to watch anything during the week. I just listen to your show and I can figure out what the week recap was if there was anything worth a damn. It's like, yeah, you're pretty much right.
Yeah. Well, most people don't want to watch the news because it's depressing, and a lot of times they just repeat the same crap.
Yeah.
Over and over.
I'll give you the only stuff that I think is relatively relevant. So this first one's from RT, also known as Russia Today. U.S. drones have no business near Russia, says ambassador. Okay. So what happened was American ninjas flew a Reaper drone into the Black Sea. And it's kind of tooling around. And as Peanut Gallery likes to remind me, it was Su-27s that decided to see if they could take it down with minimal contact. And kudos to the pilots on that. Tried to dump fuel on it, wasn't really working. And actually, the fuel was a great idea. If they could have figured out a way to safely ignite some of the fuel, it would have even been better. But they thought they could knock it out with fuel. So then, I don't know how, if it was a wingtip or whatever they hit it with, or, they just nicked like 8 inches of the propeller on the back end, and that was it. Down like a bee without a wing into the Black Sea. I don't know if the Russians are going to bother trying to recover it or not. I'm sure they've got access to Reaper drone blueprints. But anyway, the guy said, suggested Washington would not want Russia. Yeah. Example, you don't want our drones flying off your coast. It's like, yeah, you're right. And so, this is one the Captain Obvious story of the day, which is awesome. It's like, good for you, Russia. You're not gonna. Still, again, playing it cool. Lots of countries have just lost it if a drone would have been flying over their area armed. Okay, next one down. This is from the Eurasian Times. This goes straight to the response to our drones, and you remember this from some months ago, Karen, which is the Poseidon torpedo system, which Russia says we're going to launch a torpedo that'll create a tidal wave on the west side of England and just wipe out England. So they decided to bring that up again.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so the title is Nuclear Tsunami, Russian General Threatens to Use Poseidon Torpedo to Sink the UK if NATO sets foot in Ukraine. Yeah. Wonderful. That's great. Love it.
That's
and again,
so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just so ridiculous. So many reasons.
Yep. Next one down is oh yeah. People, thank you for everyone that sent me this. And I didn't want to talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it in just a minute. This is from Science and Space and NASA. This is from TheVerge.com. Here's the new spacesuit that astronauts will wear when they return to the moon. Here they are unveiling a spacesuit in front of a live studio audience. NASA unveiled the new suits made by a company called Axiom Space at an event Wednesday that will be worn by astronauts during the Artemis 3 mission. Remember, we've only gotten Artemis 1. Artemis 3 is scheduled for 2025, and they know full well nothing's going to happen in 2025. They're just throwing that out there. They know that Artemis 2 is not going to launch next year. So whatever.
Looks like they put a bib on the...
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It's so stupid. I don't even know what the coloring scheme's about with that one. Yeah. Peanut says they're black, hard to see in low light. Absolutely. Why aren't they white? All spacesuits are white or silver. We know that. Why are they dark blue with some not even safety orange striping? I don't even know what shade of orange that is. That's like tang orange.
That's 33 orange.
Is that what that is?
It would be 33 orange.
Really? Is that what we think?
I'm just kidding.
We think it's 33 orange?
Supposedly orange is 33 in gematria. I don't know. I'm just...
By the way, if anyone, I got to bring this up real fast because David Weiss has been playing with it. If you hear an audio file over the next weeks or months that sound like Karen or I or really anybody, and it sounds too good, way off color, it's probably not us. There's a new sampling software out there, which is way better than I thought it was going to be.
The voice cloning software.
Yeah, where they listen to segments of you speaking, and then they can model it into new speech. Pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, it goes along with the Joe Biden caller we had recently, where Joe Biden supposedly called into the show. It's like, wow, that's pretty good software. Well, it can be used on just about anything. So Karen and I have been exchanging sweet nothings to each other, fake, through David Weiss, which has been awesome. Well, no, Karen's been ranting. What were you ranting about? Just stuff in general.
Oh.
See, I thought David would play matchmaker on that one, but he didn't. Oh my God. Okay. Next one down. That's it. Then we're going to lucky, unlucky. Do it. What we got? 720. Okay, yeah. We will do lucky, unlucky, and there's a bunch of them. Okay, first one of the week. It's Peter Badu, Department of Mathematics instructor at MIT. In fact, this was released by the MIT Human Resources Department. As respected and admired scholar, teacher, mentor, and colleague. Yep, was being the operative word there. How old was he? 29. What happened to him? Oh, he died of suddenly.
Playing basketball.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yep, I remember back in the day when I was playing a pickup game with people, and it was like 1-2 people a week. They just drop like a sack of dirt. Nope, that never happened. So why is it happening now? Gee, I wonder. So there you go. Mr. Badu is gone. Next one down. Fox News. Georgia college student on life support after Mexico spring break collapse, now recovering. UGA students. Peanut, look up UGA. What's that? UGA, University of Georgia? Something? Lisa Burke suffered from AVM, which the Mayo Clinic describes as a tangle of blood vessels. Tangle of blood vessels. All right. For those of you who are new to this, anything that's blood related whatsoever is going to be tied to suddenly, unexpectedly, bout of sudden illness, or just died for some unknown causes. UGA stands for, University of Georgia. Good. So yeah, she had a brain hemorrhage while on spring break. Now, call me crazy, but I never thought that spring break was that high stress, to get a brain hemorrhage, especially when you're, 20? How old is she? I don't even see her. Oh, there's a picture of her down there. Oh, she's down in Cabo. Oh, no, that was a picture. Was she in Cabo when that happened? Even worse.
While on spring break in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, it's even better. Burke had been eating breakfast on her last day of spring break, March 10th, when she experienced a headache that took a turn for the worse. Yeah. So I can't think of anything more low stress than eating breakfast. down
in
wherever
Cabo.
you are. Yeah. Yeah. Breakfast in Cabo, it's about the most chill thing ever. I've seen people fall asleep at breakfast in Cabo. Just fall asleep on the table. Well, she sort of did, but she's not dead, so she is lucky. She is one of the lucky ones. There you go. Good for her. Hope you make it.
Jeez.
Next one down. How much time we got? We got plenty of time. Next one down. This is from TMZ. Again, thank you, Peanut Gallery, because I have to. Peanut, I can't read that. So Bobby Caldwell, singer-songwriter, dead at 71. Known for smooth, blue-eyed soul voice, is dead after battling illness for several years. Well, died in his sleep Tuesday night at home in New Jersey, according to his rep. Singer-songwriter hadn't been able to walk for about 5 years. Yeah. So he had a pre-existing condition, likely candidate for whatever, and probably did whatever the doctors told him to, which includes something we can't talk really about here on the show. Next one down. This one kind of caught my eye, mostly because of his abs. That chiseled jaw. Jeff Thomas, dead by suspected suicide at 35. Now, this is interesting, of course, when you're that kind of guy, when you're taking those sort of selfies, when you're scrolling down on this guy, it's like, yeah, okay, he's one of those. So apparently he either jumped or fell from a balcony. So this is one of the rare ones where I'm not going to tie him to suddenly or unexpectedly right away, although Peanut was quick to point out earlier, it's like, yeah, but he could have been just kind of walking around on the balcony and then had suddenly happened to him.
Yeah.
And fall off. Sure, why not? I wouldn't look at this guy and immediately think suicide as he's posing with Megan Fox.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, those type of people with that sort of ego, no. That man's made of pure confidence. Good Lord. All right. Next one down.
No, he was hanging out with all the famous people.
He was fine. I think he was on the back. Now, could he have had drugs in his system? Come on, that's a TV movie of the week. You have drugs in your system. It's like, hey man, doing like I'm king of the world. That's probably what happened. He probably died of was karma. He's probably sitting there, he's like I'm bulletproof. No one can touch me. All right. Sorry, I shouldn't have added the sound effect on that one. Next one down is athlete from the UK, Liverpool hero Lucas Leiva. Leiva? Either way, there's a lot of L's there. Lucas Leiva from Liverpool, forced to retire. Now he's lucky, right? This is what the smart people did, which was forced to retire at the age of 36 because of a heart condition. Former Liverpool and Lazio midfielder Lucas Leiva, announced his retirement from football on Friday due to a heart condition, bringing the curtains down his 17-year professional career. Wow, he started young. 36-year-old played nearly 600 games. If this sounds familiar, this is very similar to the #1 female tennis player in the world that retired fairly recently from Australia at the age of 23. She's like, oh, I'm done with tennis. It's done everything I ever want. It's like, yeah, whatever. When your doctor comes to you and says, your heart is inflamed. If you play, you could die. Now, there's quite a few people it's like, I'm just going to keep playing, right? But there's other people it's like, nope, that's it. They listen. And the longer this goes on, I would think you'd run into more people that would quietly just retire. Because, Justin Bieber, for example. If he does choreography during his show, he could die. That's it. I'm out. Canceling the tour, selling all his music. Probably going to go to Cabo and hang out. Drink Pinot Coladas. All right, next one down. Where do we leave off? BBC?
Mm-hmm.
Lance Reddick. Oh, this one's sad. In fact, we'll go to break right after this one because I'm going to cry. Lance Reddick, star of The Wire, and more importantly, all 4 movies of the John Wick series, dies at age 60. He was the hotel manager. Was he? Yeah, hotel manager on the John Wick series. Great role for him. Wonderful. Died age 60. He was a musician, actor, died suddenly of natural causes on Friday. Again, you're mixing stuff there, dying suddenly of natural causes. Okay.
Sure.
In his Los Angeles home. Again, that'll inspire me. At the very least, I will, when John Wick comes out in the theater, I will not wait for it on streaming. I will go up and I will see it just because of him. So it's pretty sad. Like that guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you believe in production things working out, I mean, the series was done. That was the wrap up of the whole thing. So I'm glad he got in there. I was going to say Under the Wire, but I think that'd be too soon to say that.
My mom messaged me about this one too. She was like, "Could it be?" And I was like, "Yeah, it could."
Yeah, could be.
Could be.
Come on, when you have to say something like "died suddenly of natural causes," come on, it doesn't even make sense. You just say "died of natural causes."
Yeah,
died unexpectedly of natural causes. Whatever. Okay, we're going to go to our first break. When we come back, we will finish the lucky unlucky list, and there's still more to go. And then we will take your phone calls and anything else that might come up. But before we go to that first music break, Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Yes.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Music.
Yeah, I'm on the next page. What's back to square? Now that you need her, but you don't, so there you go.
you a blue dot? Those questioning where we live are not just here. They are everywhere. Of course, this info is hidden from you, but the app shows you that no matter where you go, you aren't alone. We are everywhere, and we are growing. Find your tribe today.
Why is there silence? Oh, there it is.
You okay there, man?
Did you notice my shirt, Mark?
Oh yeah, stand up.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Wow. That's very cool.
Now you can say that you had your face on your chest.
Karen B, Mark Sargent, David Weiss. I'll be checking out that video.
I think
this
it's going to be a
weekend
big
at the,
hit.
Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app on YouTube. Or
I think it's time.
Join me, Karen B, every moon day in the
Every
early
moon
light,
day.
9:30 a.m. Eastern on Rockfin, Twitch, and Facebook for an early light chit chat. Open phones, open topics.
I almost caught it this week. I was like 3 minutes off.
See you there.
Always driving when she's doing that show.
A lot of people are.
Yeah, but I don't have the internet between my works to hear it.
The inner tubes?
And yes.
Welcome back to Strange World, part 2 of 4. It's you, me, and Karen V. And yeah, that was Joe Jackson stepping out from his album.
Night and day.
Yep. So before we get back to Lucky Unlucky, I have to mention that when I go to these meetups, and thank you for everybody that brought gifts. I love getting cool things at these meetups. So let's just rattle through some of them, shall we? Tinfoil hat. Very, very
Nice.
cool. I'm sure I will wear that a few times. Maybe I'll wear it on one of the next shows, and then I will give it away at a future meetup because I like paying it forward. Got a cool custom-made challenge coin from Doc. He's a Vietnam vet. I think he was infantry. He liked telling me that his group got shelled, set the record for like taking the most mortar fire in the war. It's like, okay, that's cool. That's awesome. He's a good guy to talk to. Got the Shuttle Crew Emblem Collection Series, limited 1 million pieces. I don't think it's that limited. That's a little bronze thing, and this is from Colombia. So, you know, the Columbia, the one that broke up supposedly.
Mhm.
So, and lists all the astronauts there. I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know where he must have bought this actually from a NASA, but yeah, Shuttle Crew Emblem Collection Series. Thought that's kind of fun. Book. People like writing flat earth books. I got a big collection of them, and this is one from Mike Monterey called Flat Pilled.
Wow.
Awesome.
There's actually a lot of flat earth books.
There
I was looking on Amazon and I was
got
like, I never
drawers.
even heard of some of these. Like, it's crazy how many there are now.
There are a lot. I got drawers full of flat Earth books. Great stuff. I mean, the community is. I mean, come on. 8 years later, we are
Very
thick.
prolific.
We
We're
got
never
whole
going to let anybody forget
Nope.
that we were here.
Exactly.
That's
Which
for
is
damn
weird,
sure.
right? Never let them forget. This was probably my most entertaining gifts, which was vintage comics of the Jetsons.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, from 1962. Because somebody was said, I brought it up so many times that it's the future that was denied to us. The flying cars and the robot servants.
Right.
And it's
That's
like
cool.
the robot servants. There's the flying cars on the back.
How thoughtful.
Yeah, that was kind of neat. I'm gonna leave them in the
Very
bag, and that's kind of fun. Also, here's a business card. You're never gonna guess who I spoke to at this. Do you know a guy named Matthew Weathers? Does that name ring a bell to you? He's got a YouTube channel. Here's where it's interesting. He's a math teacher, and he's also got a master's degree in computer science. This is him right there. He's also got a YouTube channel called Matthew Weathers. He's actually a pretty funny guy, but what was interesting was we were talking about this and that. We were talking about subs and, the plaques, the silver play button awards and blah, blah, blah. And he's going, yeah, I haven't got any yet. And it's like, you don't hear that very often. It's like, there's only a certain amount of people that can actually say that. It's like, oh yeah, I haven't got mine yet. It's like, and I've gotten either of them, nor have I gotten the checkbox. And I'm going, wait, how many subs do you have? It's like 640,000 subs.
Really?
Yeah, but here's where it gets weird, because I said, when you get 100,000, they reach out to you. YouTube says, okay, you're going to have a designated tech support person as long as you're squeaky clean. You're like me, no, I've got community guideline issues, and they're never going to talk to me. But with him, it's like, no, he's squeaky clean. So why didn't he get the checkbox? Why didn't he have the things? Here's where it gets interesting, and I'm not going to accuse. I know, Matt, you're probably not listening to this, so I can throw this out there, which is. He said, oh yeah, I don't even really run my channel. When you look at his channel, it's being run by, it's some Canadian group which is running his channel. So I suspect that this Canadian group may have padded his numbers a bit. And YouTube also will not give you any of the silver play button or any of the play button awards if you have an unnatural subscriber climb. You know what I mean? If they know you're buying stuff, that's like, nah, we're not going to give it to you. So, but fascinating guy. Apparently he comes to all he's like the nicest anti-flat earther I've ever talked to. And he goes to every one of these freaking California meetups. He's going to go to Vegas.
So he's a globe earther?
He's a glober. Well, he's either a glober or he's a glober because he has to be, and he's flat curious. My instincts say that he's flat curious, but I don't think he can budge because of the profession he's in. I don't think he can do it. So,
well, if he's making a living off of his YouTube channel, he might not.
I don't know if they're paying him, because if he's not getting any of the emails are coming from. I think he's just a professor, and I think this Canadian group reaps all the benefits from him. It's like, of course, I don't think. Why didn't they give him the play buttons? Why didn't they get the checkbox for him? I don't know.
Weird.
It was interesting stuff. So anyway, Matthew Weathers, his channel, I thought it was funny because he was wearing a NASA shirt, which happens at our meetups, right? People wear NASA shirts, but he wasn't wearing it ironically. He was actually wearing a freaking NASA shirt. And again, talking to him, he and I had fantastic discussion. Smart guy. But and David apparently interviewed him at some point. And anyway, so the coolest thing I got during this thing, Renee gave this to me like an hour before I had to go to the airport. It's this giant piece of obsidian, right? It's an obsidian spear tip that somebody made, right? Look at this thing. It's freaking huge, right?
So somebody made it?
Yeah, somebody made it. It's not like it was found in the desert. They made it. I don't know how hard it is to carve obsidian. It might be,
That's hard because you have to like break it. It's like I forget what the term is called when you breaking it like that. You have to like.
So you can imagine, right? I'm wearing, and he goes, he hung it around my neck. He's going, wear it to the airport. It'll be totally cool, man. You can totally get on the plane with it. I'm going, really? Because it seems kind of sharp and jagged, something this big and hold my hand. It's like stab.
Oh, you could definitely take someone's life with that thing.
That's what I thought, right? And so, but I'm freaking wiped out. I'm at the airport. I'm on Sunday. I'm going, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna freaking keep this thing on. Let's see what happens, right? It's John Wayne Airport. It's Southern California. Everything's working. Everything's clicking. I'm going, you know what? I bet you because it's Southern California. Wow, still strings still kind of smell like Renee. He's got that. So I go through the initial metal detector. They don't even look at me, right? But here's where it gets weird. I get past the metal detector, and this Asian security guy comes up to me, and he's like looking. He's going, "Oh, hey man, is that obsidian?" Like, yeah. He's like, "Oh, hey, can I?" Is it real or is it fake? And I go, "It's real." It's like, "Oh wow, man." He's like touching it, like around my neck and stuff. He goes, and he looks at me. I mean, he's dead serious. This security guy goes, "What are you gonna do with it?" I go, "I don't know, man. I've only had like an hour, and I go, I haven't even thought about. I didn't even know it was such a thing as a giant obsidian spear." He goes, "You gonna put it on a spear?" What is with Southern California? All you people the same?
Hey man, I think that's cool too. That's a really cool flint napping. Someone says in the chat that is what it's called. You have to nap it. But yeah, you chip it by hand to make it look like that. So that's a really cool gift.
Yeah, it was really cool. It just surprised me. Again, any other airport, you try to get through a New York airport, you see what the hell happens, right? Southern California, it's like, oh hey, the fact that you would have somebody, it's like, oh wow, man, that's really cool.
You may not think about it because it looks like a
Yeah, and I was wearing a black shirt.
Like an ancient
it was hanging, like this. So it was kind of cool. I mean, obviously it was a necklace, but so weird. God bless California. Okay. Next, let's get to it. Where did we leave off? Was it the Harry Potter Star Wars guy? I believe. Right below the Canadian, right below the BBC News. Okay. So it's from VT. Harry Potter and Star Wars actor Paul Grant dies after collapsing outside King's Cross Station. I do not know. Oh, in London. Thursday, the actor who had roles in other notable movies, Return of the Jedi, Pumping Iron. Wow. That was it. So he collapsed and declared brain dead. That was it. And then they turned him off. So there you go. He was what's the proper term? Little person?
I guess so.
Right? I don't think we can call him like Oompa Loompas or something. No, I think he's a little person. Okay, so he's a little person, but he was only, how old was
he? 56.
Yeah. So sad. So yeah, died suddenly at a station, and they couldn't revive him, and that was it. Next one down.
It is sad.
That's sad.
R.I.P.
But again, we're seeing more and more. So man, how old was he, Karen?
33.
Found dead in bed with phone in hand after telling mom he had a cough. Oh man, that's not gonna go well. Marius Timoff, the 33-year-old delivery driver, had been described as very kind, died just hours after phoning his mom to tell her he had not been feeling well and was suffering from a cough. So he was calling his mother, collapsed, basically just died while on the phone, and that's got to be sad.
That is sad. His poor mom.
I know, his mom's like, "Hey there, hello." Terrible. Okay, next one down is there. We had a bunch. Oh yeah, it's our guy, probably the most famous flat Earth athlete out there, which nobody knows about. CNN anchor asked Novak Djokovic if he regrets not getting vaxxed. Here his response. And I listened to it. It's a little video. And no, absolutely not. It's like, yeah, the number two kid on the block from Spain, who was 19 years old, he's 35, went past him. Not because he lost, because he could not play in America. Because, as you know, and hopefully this will not affect Vegas, baby Vegas, which is you can't fly into the United States if you're a foreign national without getting the shot. Now, as of right now, we're hoping that's going to get rolled back. I would think it's going to get rolled back. And by the fact he was talking about this little article here, where the U.S. Open is in about the same time as our convention, and he's hoping they'll be dropped by then, because he only cares because it's a Grand Slam. U.S. Open is one of the big titles, and he wants it, so he doesn't really care. It's like, yeah, fine, I'm number 2, fine.
People are starting to complain about not getting those tourism dollars too now, so there's pressure for them to get rid of.
People come to America for all sorts of reasons.
Yes,
they spend the greenback. or whatever your currency is. Okay, next one down. ITV.com. Doncaster TikTok star, and Peanut doesn't want me to say the word TikTok star because there is no such thing. But TikTok influencer, how's that? Jahane Thomas dies after sharing video complaining of migraines. Well, you can say one good thing about social media. You know what happens all the way up to that point because they're telling you about it. So she complains about migraines, and that was it. She died Friday, just days after posting a photograph of her smiling with her children. Oh, those two kids right there.
Yeah, how sad.
It's sad. And despite suffering from migraines and bouts of illness, oh boy, we heard that before, bouts of illness for several months, her passing was totally unexpected, and we are all absolutely heartbroken. I've never heard that before. Bouts of illness, unexpected, suddenly. Okay, well, TikToker. Next one down. Two-time national champion boxer Jude Moore, unlucky, dies suddenly at the age of 19. He was from England, I believe, and he was due to fight in Milan this week. And that was it. He liked taking selfies too. Oh, God, I'm glad I'm not 20. I'd be compelled to go into public restrooms and take pictures of myself and post
Can't
them.
stand it when people take selfies of the toilets in the background. Can't stand
Yeah,
it.
they got no choice. They're compelled. The power of media compels you. All right, next one down. Good Lord, I'm hoping we can make it to freaking Clown World. This one is, oh yeah, Rod Stewart cancels Australian date at last minute, cites health problem and apology. There was 6 hours before the show. He said he had a viral infection, 78 years old, and a day on the green tour. Rod Stewart still rocking it out there. Oh, I didn't know Cyndi Lauper was touring with him. I'll be damned. I don't know if I know John Stevens, though. Do you know who John Stevens is?
I do not.
Anyway, he apologized. Do I think it's anything more sinister than that? No, but keep an eye on him. I'll be clocking him. Next one down. He's from TMZ, where you get always the serious stuff. This is ironic story of the week. Coroner to the stars, dead at 73. So the guy that did the funeral arrangements, or the coroner, LA County coroner, who handled the death cases into some of the biggest celebrities in Hollywood, has died of natural causes. You want to say what those natural causes are? No, we're not. But he did cover Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Brittany Murphy, Paul Walker, Tom Petty, and Corey Haim.
Wow.
So, there you go. Kind of a meta type of thing, isn't it? You're kind of going inside. It's like, all right, next one down. Fox News. Oh yeah, this is the last one of Lucky Unlucky before we get to Clown World. I think this is a nice transition. So there was an LA meteorologist who collapsed on camera recently. She reveals the medical reason she collapsed on live television, urges viewers to stay hydrated. Yeah. Terrifying clip of journalist fainting on live television went viral over the weekend. So also turns out, by the way, that shot of her, that is wow. That's a wild-eyed look of her in that clip below. The she's also had, so dehydration and skipping meals are two risk factors for developing the condition, which she called vasovagal synoscope, whatever. Triggers can cause a person's heart rate and blood pressure to drop suddenly, which reduces blood flow to the brain and causes a person to faint. So again, they're just playing it off. So, oh no, she just fainted. And she was probably dehydrated and, didn't eat enough. Yep. We're just lucky she wasn't. Again, she will end that section. She was lucky. She made it. She had people there. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I'm sure that the station probably had a couple physicals done on her. Okay, we're now down to Clown World. So we got 4 of them. First one, let's do a space one, shall we? From astronomy.com, so you absolutely positively know it is true. NASA's oldest Mars orbiter just got a new lease on life. New estimates suggest the Mars Odyssey orbiter has enough propellant left to last at least through 2025.
Wow.
Yep. So you're just going to make that up. You're just going to throw that out there. It's like, we think this show has at least 2 more seasons in it. So we're going to make that happen. Yep. Mars orbiter for more than 20 years. Here's where it gets bad, right? 20 years this thing's supposedly been out there. The Mars Odyssey orbiter. Been circling the red planet, mapping the Martian surface, blah, blah, blah. But in January, engineers calculated that Odyssey only had enough propellant to last 12 more months. But that was January of last year. It appeared that after traveling 1 billion miles and looping around the red planet more than 94,000 times without any problems, the mission would soon come to a close. Fortunately, that's no longer the case. According to a new release, new estimates suggest Odyssey actually had enough propellant to last through 2 more years. That's just amazing. That's just wonderful news. What happened? What changed? Nothing changed.
The words on the screen.
You just don't want to close you just don't want to close out the program. You want to get more money. You want to milk this thing for everything it's worth. What happened to all those calculations before? So no, not January of 2022, sometime in 2025.
It doesn't have a fuel gauge. So they just have to guess.
So much crap.
It's very difficult.
Okay. 3 more. FoxNews.com. Idaho murders. I don't know why they're tying it to the Idaho murders. The kids that got hacked up by that guy. State Senate passes bill to reinstate execution by firing squad. Brian Koberger could face the death penalty if convicted of killing 4 University of Idaho students. So what they're saying here, and they're voting for it. I mean, this I think they're going to actually implement this. So, and I don't know if they're doing it just for him, if they're going to try to make an example of it, but here's what they're saying. They're saying normally it's lethal injection. That's pretty much par for the course, lethal injection. However, if there aren't enough lethal injection drugs available, not sure how that happens. It's not like what, you're running out?
Shortage. We have a shortage because of COVID.
Oh, there you go. So
lethal injection.
If that's not the case and your date is up, oh no, we're going to put you in front of a brick wall. And we're going to do a firing. I mean, I don't even know what a modern firing squad looks like nowadays. Do you do it outside? Do you do a blindfolded cigarette? What do you do? Is it literally in front of a brick wall, or is it inside? Is it like all bullets in one blank?
I don't know.
Still, like, that's what they used to do to give the people it out, the deniability. It's like, oh, okay, well, I probably shot the blank, and then everybody thinks that. It's like, well, I can sleep okay at night.
Well, that's what I remember reading about it, and it was something like there was like 8 sharpshooters, and they don't know which one actually does and they all have to shoot at the same time.
Yeah, they all have to shoot at the same time, and one of them's got a blank, but you don't know. You think, why don't they go the other way and only have one, one real one? It's like, well, yeah, but what if he misses? Then you got a real problem on your hands. Okay. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I will follow up on this, but I bet you they're going to pass it because I've been to Idaho many a time. And yeah. So next one down is, oh yeah, this is a little lighthearted one. Time travel. This is from World News. Time traveler predicts our future. Aliens will conquer Earth on March 23rd. So yeah, that's day after tomorrow. So make your plans accordingly.
2 days left. All right.
2 days left, and then the aliens will conquer the world. Don't say what kind of aliens. But again, it was revealed in one of his most popular social networks of recent years. Of course, it's on TikTok, that the future of the human race is in danger as a group of aliens will conquer planet Earth. In his assertion, he will also be given the specific date on which this will happen, no less than in a few days on March 23rd. Cool. Great. All for it. Bring on the spaceships. Better late than never. Or he could just be throwing it out there because he's getting hits on TikTok.
Are these quotes from the book too, where it says 12 people receive superpowers from a very rare energy sent from the sun, including telekinesis and super speed.
Mm-hmm. So let me tell you, I could do a whole series on this, but I'm not going to, not on this show. Which is it is interesting to me, despite the huge amount of superhero movies and stories about gods and demigods and messengers of the gods, that no one has ever hoaxed a superhero. I find that fascinating. Not one. Nobody flying, nobody running, nobody lifting something, nothing. It's like, wow, I think with all our special effects, somebody would have hoaxed that by now. And they haven't. You wonder why. You wonder if it's off limits. You wonder if it's against the rules. Because, the first superhero that shows up for real, basically a whole church gets founded for him almost immediately. True. All right, last but not least. Then we'll go to break. It's from Fox News. And I love it when they pick up stories like this. So, this is tied to us, Karen. So, Vegas, baby, Vegas. Raiders, the Las Vegas, Oakland Raiders have moved to Las Vegas. So all around that, it's now, and of course, the Raiders, it's perfect. Black and silver, the whole Pirates are perfect for Las Vegas, right? So they have a quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Apparently he's hot stuff. He receives a raunchy offer from Nevada brothel workers. He's such a legit babe. You're thinking, so what, right? No. So he signed a 3-year deal with the Las Vegas Raiders for like $72 million. And there's, one of the famous brothels in Nevada is the Chicken Ranch, right outside of Vegas, 60 miles. They're offering the new quarterback free sex for life as he gets settled into his new place. I don't know what weirds me out more, that Fox is covering this or that, this is a story that you leaked to the local press, which ended up, the Chicken Ranch obviously called somebody at a local affiliate, which is like, oh, now if I was Jimmy, oh yeah, you got to get on that. It's free. Now, I'm sure there's no strings at all. They wouldn't expect somebody that's making, $70 million to, tip heavily. I mean, right? I'm sure, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Anyway,
it's just
whatever.
Awful. Yep.
Yes, I'm sure you think it's just horrible, don't you, Mark?
I do. No. It shows you where we are, though, in terms of, this is a professional athlete. You've got old tricks are the best tricks. No play on words there. Which is like prostitutes throwing themselves at an incredibly wealthy gladiator, basically.
I mean, why wouldn't they? That's,
I know.
They're prostitutes. I mean,
yeah, it's like we'll do you for free, honey. It's like, it's awesome. Dude, right. Don't go anywhere near that ranch. Seriously.
I mean, if he's a good-looking football player and he's making 70 mil, I don't think he has to worry about.
No, he could walk into anywhere.
Yeah.
No. Okay. All right, we're gonna go to our second break, and when we come back, we are gonna take your phone calls. In fact, let me look at the call board here real fast. Call board. Oh, hey, we're pretty open because you guys are so riveted to our news headlines. So please call in 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480. Right now, the only one on the line is 505. So if you want to call in and talk to us, please do. And if not, well, I may have to bring in Master Gunner Brian Burton because, well, he has always opinions on something. Probably want to talk about Russia. All right, Karen, let's go to that second break, shall we?
Alrighty then.
I'm going to look at my obsidian.
Can you use that spearhead to chop someone's head off?
Please support local flat earthers. Grounded.
Old Vin Diesel.
like a plug into an
No, what was it?
Ancient
Predator.
into the
Yeah.
mind. Once there, it can clean out all
Oh yeah, the spear and predator.
leftovers and nourish.
No, well, no, the guy that dry shaved in
Life is
Predator all the
regained.
time.
The road becomes joyful.
Remember,
as
he just-
clarity and self-awareness
Yeah.
return. Herbs, roots, algae,
By the way,
and fungi.
I dry shaved in the
help
army the
many of
whole
us
time.
heal. Move closer to our
I
goal.
think the actor was
Gain
Mac
control
Duke.
of true priorities over
think so.
carnal desires. Join us in leaving the chemical material.
You think about that? Predator has 2
into
governors
the
in it.
natural realm, from farm to farm.
Jesse.
Oh yeah, and Arnold.
These finest
And Arnold.
creations are handmade and are more potent than anything your corner co-op has to offer. Our products, excluding our tinctures, are made to order.
By the way, I had a lot of clean comments
and
in that
maximum
chat. Could've
effectiveness. Fusing together healing herbs with tasty counterparts to bring out full potentials. There is so much joy in working with the natural world given to us by our Creator. Let's take part.
Boys, halftime.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Gotta get you the fuck out of Dodge, man. We're going to Vegas.
What are you talking about, Vegas?
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
What do you mean, Vegas?
Vegas, Las Vegas.
I'm not going to no Vegas.
Yeah, I think, you know what, man? We're gonna go to Vegas and,
When are we going to Vegas?
We're gonna give Daddy the Rain Man suite. Do you dig that? We're going to Vegas, Mike. Vegas! Do you think we get there by midnight? Honey, we're gonna be up 500 by midnight. Vegas!
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
One thing to remember here, if you're making still water, it's always flat, always level. So every little line that you put in it must be basically flat. You can go anywhere you want to go with it, but you have to keep them straight. In still water, it's always flat, always level.
I'm in a cult. 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 I'm at the Grove, Bohemian. I drink the juice, the chocolate milk, the holy cow. I wear the sneaks, tip up the beat. I'm a 33.
Welcome back to Strange World, part 3 of 4. It's you, me, and the always wonderful and best conference promoter ever, Karen B. And yeah, if you didn't already figure out by the show's title, it is Viva Flat Earth, because we are going to Las Vegas this year in 2023. Long time coming. Everything's cheap. Everything's fun. Just remember everything in moderation. I know some people, it's like, oh, Vegas, it's a horrible influence. It's like, yeah, if you have a whole bunch of vices, really, if you even have like one or two, don't go. if you have horrible vices. If you have a gambling problem, don't go. If you have a drinking problem, if you have a problem with prostitutes, drugs, really, yeah, you might want to stay in the hotel.
Vegas things, though. We're going to have a flat Earth conference, and because it's easy for most people on the West Coast to get to. It's all about the location.
Yeah,
it's not about going there to be degenerate, gambling, drunkard.
Exactly. Yeah. No, Vegas has always been the place to go for conferences. That's what it was set up to do. Everything's cheap. Hotel rooms are cheap. Food are cheap. Everything's cheap because they're hoping that you're going to get distracted. And it's like, no, go to the conference. Have some fun. Do not go to the craps tables. And, after like a fifth of something and be like, yeah, let's do this. No, I don't want to hear those stories. And don't start fights. Just have fun with the crew like we always do in Dallas and Denver and Raleigh and Karen's place. It's awesome. It's awesome. Have fun. Just everything in moderation. I absolutely endorse this. We should have done this. Is a long time coming because it's easy to. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Flights are cheap too. Deliberately.
That's too. It's exactly.
The casinos compensate the airlines. They make sure those flights are cheap. They want you in there. So, I mean, hell, my little regional airport flies directly to Vegas.
Yeah. But you don't have to worry about, keeping yourself occupied and staying out of trouble because there's going to be a whole bunch of flat earthers there for you to hang out with. People you never met, people you don't see very often. And there's lots of stuff to do in Vegas. There's shows to see, and you can, there's other things to do that aren't like bad things.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing I want to recommend people is travel in groups. Don't, especially if you're under the influence, don't be the drunk guy walking down the street on his own.
Right.
That you might as well at that point be on, at a ship port in a bad country. They will find you. That's the case. I would actually recommend that. I mean, anyway, even down to like the French Quarter of New Orleans. There are places in New Orleans you don't go. Will I be yeah, you'll be suddenly. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be that. You don't want anything to happen to you unexpectedly. Okay, phone number to call in is 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480. Let's get right to it. 505, your line is unmuted. What is happening today?
Mark, Karen, the only media I ever need. Wow. Hey, congratulations on Vegas. That's awesome. And you're right. It is very cheap and it's very close by to me. So, yeah, I can't wait to hear more about it as it comes up. And, congratulations.
Yeah.
And, I was just looking up before the show. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Go.
Yeah. Before the show, I saw that map. I don't know if you saw that map on the eclipse that the NASA put out on the Ring of Fire, which is that solar eclipse on. It's a week before the conference, October 14th, 2023. Yeah. And I guess I'm in a good position for it. It's gonna be right over Albuquerque, which is not too far away from me. And then of course there's the Great American Eclipse, the other one. And this brings back memories for me just because I found your show shortly before that eclipse, and I just enjoyed hearing you talk about it coming up and when you were there and everything. And I can't believe that was 2017. So are you kind of looking ahead, both of you guys, to maybe some events on that, especially the one in 2024?
No, I'm not looking that far ahead. Sorry. I'm
not 2024. No, I knew there was an eclipse that was happening the week before the event this year, but I probably will miss it, or I'll just see a partial on that one because I'll be busy.
Yeah, I don't know many details on that, but no, I'm glad it doesn't overlap. But yeah, it sounds pretty cool. That I guess that the Great American one will be that full if you're in the right position. I guess it's 13 states, interestingly enough. Texas, Oklahoma, all the way up to Maine. It's going. So that should be a lot of fun. And I know, Mark, I remember you went there because I remember hearing the shows and everything. But Karen, did you get to see that the last one in 2017?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
went across Karen's.
I was in the path of totality. I
Oh, yeah,
recorded
that's
it.
right.
I have a whole video about it on my channel.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah, I could kick myself for not seeing it.
Yeah,
But,
it's something
yeah, we
to
get another
see.
chance, I guess.
It's a cool thing if you can be there. I mean, we drove down from the island and spent the night in Oregon, outside of George Fox University, just be at an Airbnb, and then went to the site. What I thought was interesting was, in shorts. Thank you for whatever. Peanut Gallery does not like me ever being on film in shorts. I don't know. I actually have pretty good legs, but that's fine. I know it's a thing with you. I know. I get it. So, but we were down there, and it was, they had said, oh, there's going to be 1 million people. They're going to show up in Oregon. Oregon's calling out the National Guard. And what the town that was closest to where this eclipse was coming through, you could have shot a cannon through it at 6 p.m. at night. I mean, the streets were freaking empty. So it was all this hype. And what had happened was everyone, because was lazy, waited till the next morning. The highways got all jammed up. And then nobody moved. And so if you were on the highway at a certain point, you saw it, 99, you saw 100%. But if you were even like a quarter mile back, you didn't. You only got 99%. And if there's a huge difference between 99% and totality, huge difference. So anyway, sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. No, you had some great shows on that. I was just, living it through your eyes. Sounds like an event you don't want to miss. That's for sure.
No,
we're really blessed to have it coming again.
It's magical.
Yeah. The only other thing I saw this week was multiple asteroid stories. I don't know if you saw the trend there.
I saw that.
The planet killer. Yeah.
I saw that they
And
had
then,
like a whole bunch this week for some reason. Oh, it's more plausible than we thought. Oh, more scary. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that one you're probably talking about is they hit the bigger ones hit more frequently, and they're much bigger than they thought, and it happens every 600,000 to 700,000 years. And one thing that we're talking about in this planet killer one is this DART, which I think we heard about before because it's already happened. They're claiming that they have this DART stands for Double Asteroid Redirection Test, which, by the way, colorful name.
Yeah.
I guess they claim that they in September changed the trajectory of a 500-foot wide asteroid, and rest assured we can now keep pesky asteroids at bay. So I thought that was interesting. And that kind of brought me to the Bible again, Revelation 16:21. In end times, and there fell upon a man a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. So I guess a talent, different controversy on this. It's anywhere from like maybe 75 pounds to 100 pounds. So I'm pretty sure DART's not going to be able to take those out, rest assured. But so I'm just imagining those hailstones. That would be a pretty bad day.
Yeah, you know what?
But anyway,
until it happens, I'm not going to give it that much credit. I treat the asteroids now. I've come up with a new comparison, which is I kind of treat it like Ghost Hunters, the television show, which ran for, as you know, years and years and freaking years. They never found anything, right? But there was the cliffhanger all the time. It's like, okay, let's walk down a dark tunnel in our night vision, and all of a sudden stop. Even South Park made it fun. It's like, wait, did you hear that? You hear that? Right? It's like everyone was like, get really quiet. Did you hear like a whisper? Something like that. Nobody ever found freaking anything. So, but no, keep bringing up again, the asteroid stories. I love them, but they drive me insane because nothing ever comes of them. Ever. Sorry, wait for it.
Nope. And I wonder, because I always read in the past before I was a flat earther, I think National Geographic had some stories about all these lucky people that found what they claim was a meteorite or something, and they made millions of dollars off them. And sure, right. Yeah, and it's funny because I could see so many great things in the sky, shooting stars every night. Never, ever, ever do they ever touch the ground. You know, they burn green, you know, hundreds of feet up, and that's it. You know, so whatever that is, it's
No, please challenge anybody out there. You want me to quit flat Earth? Here's a little. I'll give you a little side challenge. There's 6 billion smartphones out there, maybe even more than 6 billion. More people have smartphones than have running water. Find me a video of any sort of meteorite coming from the sky and hitting anything on the ground. I don't care if it's a boat. I don't care if it's a water. I don't care if it's a mountain. Anything. It goes against all odds that with everything, especially in the water. You're saying no ship captain, no cruise boat has ever seen one off in a distance. Oh, look at that! It's the size of a beach ball and hit the water at high speed. No one's ever seen. We never see it except for the movies.
Nope.
Anyway, what else you got? Anything fun?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty much it. Yeah, it's just it's an interesting world out there right now, and it always is. But you guys keep it fun as usual, and I really look forward to Tuesday nights.
Thanks, man.
Oh, that's it. I'll let you get going, and happy Flat Tuesday, and shout out to Jen.
Groovy. Talk soon, man.
Okay.
Bye. By the way, I forgot an email, and Karen got it too. But hey, at least we got it in segment 3. So this is from Dave Mantle. Because he's going back to Speaker's Corner after all these years.
Yes.
And he says, "Hi, friends. Just a heads up. I will be at Speaker's Corner." This is the UK, by the way, assuming no rain stops play. I didn't know rain actually bothered people in the UK. Perhaps you can give it a word on your Monday show. It's Tuesday, but that's fine. Please, Mark and Karen, if it comes up in conversation elsewhere, send people along to the hangout to sow some seeds of love with me and new banners, which include a QR code. Wait a minute. Was Speaker's Corner yesterday? Or is it coming up? No, it's coming up this weekend, right?
Isn't it on a Sunday?
I believe so. Some seeds of love and new banners, which include a QR code for that flat Zodiac app some guy made. He must mean David Weiss. Cheers and divine love, Dave Mantle. Dave had his birthday.
In the subject it says 26th of March.
Oh, there you go.
Speaker's Corner, March 26th.
Yep, which is Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So Speaker's Corner, always great. Love to see him on Speaker's Corner. Can't wait to see him out there belting it out now that he's got even more years under his belt and he's got so much material he can pull off of.
Mm-hmm.
Great stuff. So I wish the best for Dave. I wish that he would find some really cool niche over there in England that would lock him into the whole scene. But still looking. But I'm hoping the best for him. Let's go to the phone calls. Let's go to New York, possibly. 718. What do you got?
You know what, right? I'm always super conscious about your time constraints and whatnot in terms of phone calls, but tonight I've decided I'm just going to prattle on to the end of the show, so the rest of the callers might as well hang up.
Oh, you can try, dear. You can try. Keep in mind, both myself and Karen have control of these little buttons here. So even though I'd love to talk to you,
I know.
In fact, if you want to talk to me for hours and hours, you can just call me. It's not like Karen will get jealous.
I charge for that service.
Oh, you charge for that? Oh, that's mean.
Dark,
well, no. Since we're down that, is that a flat rate or is that sort of like a minute or hour or like every 15 minutes? What are we talking about here?
It'd have to be a flat rate, wouldn't it? In keeping with the theme.
Oh, she's clever. A flat rate. Nice. See, when I said it, I was actually thinking about a flat rate, but you took it a whole different direction. That's awesome. So
I took it in another direction. You see what I did there, Mark?
I did.
But listen, I have a serious question.
Yeah, what is it?
I wonder, and this is also for Karen, do you have a sense of time moving really quickly? And I ask this just because I feel like I only just listened to your last show in real time. It feels like mere seconds. But the other reason I'm asking is because just recently I did some 9-to-5 drudgery, a temp job.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever done that kind of 9-to-5 job where it just drags and drags and drags. But with this last gig I had, excuse me, there's something driving by. Hold on a second, talk amongst yourself. Yeah, so this recent last gig that I had, literally, like, I'd get there, I'd do whatever BS they needed me to do.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, it was time to leave. And I'm thinking to myself, didn't I just get here? So I don't know if anyone else is experiencing time shifts, but like stuff just seems to be going by super, super quickly. Your thoughts?
For me, it has, yes. Over especially, I mean, again, over the last 8 years, and I'll be talking about it a little bit next week, and I talked about it a little bit last week, which is I can't believe 8 years have gone by. It's incredibly, even with the pandemic. I mean, granted that some of the early stuff we were doing, the paces we were trying to keep up on, things were kind of, time flies when you're having fun, so to speak. But I find, kind of like you, yes, time's flying no matter what I'm doing. And I don't even have as many as distractions as other people. So yeah, no, I'm with you. So
okay, then it's not just me then.
No, you're not crazy.
Okay, probably. To the end of the show, as I promised. But I would like to give a shout out to Jan, always still waiting for the audiobook to drop. Also to Larry and that excellent outro song. And I'm happy. I didn't catch the first part of the show, but I'm happy about the Vegas conference. I think I'd like to try and make that and meet you fine folks for the first time. So I'm going to try and do that.
Cool. You should go, by the way. I mean, it is, for those of you who have never been to a conference, not just the caller, but other people, it is I've never run into somebody. I don't know, Karen, probably the same thing. Never run into somebody that attended a conference that said, oh, you know what? It was a waste of time. I didn't want to go. People, once they go, it is the energy in that building just ramps them up to where it's like, when's the next event? When's the next time I'm going to see you people? And it's so cool.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
And of course, what happens in Vegas?
The what?
Are you going to finish? What happens in Vegas? Stays in Vegas.
Should probably be filmed and then sold later as a bootleg tape.
Yes.
No. And you're right. No.
Video camera.
The problem is what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I don't know if that's even true anymore with social media, because just play it safe. Just tell whoever it is, do not hit that record button. I swear, whatever it is. But yeah, what happens in Vegas usually stays in Vegas. But that's an old saying that kind of what happens on the road stays on the road. Business travelers used to say that a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you sleazeball. Stop trying to have sex with me. Anyway, what else you got? Anything?
Alrighty. Hot sex, etc.
All right. Well, thank you. And I'm already hoping that I get to meet her in Vegas. All right. You have a good night, okay?
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What? I'm single. I can say that. Okay. And I know Ted's asleep, so I can even take liberties tonight. Let's go to 715, shall we? Before the break. 715, where are you? Ooh, why'd I turn my camera on?
Hey.
Hey.
Me, I'm back.
You're back from where?
I figured
from last week?
From last week, yes. The first.
All right. What happened last week? Do I remember? What was it? Was it cool?
You have to ask.
So I was just telling you how I got into Flat Earth and everything, but this time there was a couple of things I'm here for.
Yeah.
Mainly just to get a little bit more comfortable. And second thing, I was trying to find that app on Google Play. It's not there right now.
Yeah, David said there's something with Google and the app. They pulled it for some reason. What did he say? Google Play.
They did?
Effed a lot of apps and pulled them because now they want the app's privacy policy linked in the app. We resubmitted and it's in review. Hopefully it will be live by tomorrow. So
Okay.
they're having
There you
trouble
go.
with the app in the Google Play Store right now. So yeah, there is an issue.
You're always on top of the
Okay,
current
well,
stuff.
I just redeemed my.
Go ahead.
I was just saying that I just redeemed that gift card I got from Christmas years ago, so I could get it at any time now. So
all right,
as soon as it gets out, I get it.
Sweet.
That's pretty much about it. Nothing too interesting.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. And don't be a stranger.
Oh yeah.
By the way, are you up in Wisconsin?
Okay. Go ahead.
Are you up in Wisconsin?
Yeah, Wausau.
Yeah, cool. Random. I almost moved up. I was telling
Around
somebody
here
I
all
almost
my life, pretty much.
Yeah. How far away is that from? I don't want to look it up. How far away is that from Milwaukee?
It's at least a 4-hour drive. I know that.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a haul. All right. All right, man. Well, hey. I will talk to you next time, okay?
There's one more thing that I just remembered.
What? What is it?
I just remembered that you posted that meetup from Florida.
Yeah.
And one of them was towards, what was it? World of Warcraft? What's that about?
Oh, I had a post in the description about World of Warcraft?
Yeah, for the link.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just so you guys know, the what I paste in my description box of any of my video, they're always the same for every single for 2,000 videos. They're always the same. And there's a Warcraft link in there. And you're probably saying, Mark, why do you post a Warcraft link? Because I'm a lifelong gamer. And if you click on the link, you will see that at one point, and only Warcraft people will appreciate this, I actually had a realm first. There's my geek moment of the week for you. I was a realm first. I was the first person on my server to actually do something back in the day. So that's why I posted it. It's a secret code thing for gamers. So you don't have, if you don't game, you don't have to worry about it. But if you do game, click it and you'll see how cool Mark is. It's my street cred for gaming, all right? That's all I got.
I mean that game a lot too, so
I'm not a professional quarterback playing in Las Vegas. How about that? So hoping
Yeah, you're not getting free sex for life from any of the prostitutes.
Exactly. I'm not getting free sex for life. And by the way, he'd have to drive 60 miles out of town for that free sex. Although, you know what? I'm pretty sure they'd come to him. Pretty sure they would drive in on their day off. I don't know what they're thinking. I should look these girls up and see who the hell they are. Anyway, is that it, man?
yeah, that's about it.
All right.
See you on the flip side.
The what?
Bye-bye.
What?
See you on the flip side.
Oh, see you on the flip side.
You
All
should
right,
say
man.
that?
Yeah. No, people still say it. I should say it. All right. Anyway, have a good one. All right. With that, we will go to our final break. The final break being Karen's music. But before that, Vegas, baby. Vegas.
Vegas, baby.
The sound effect.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Music, baby.
Where is the
I think Karen reads the chat when I do that.
Alpha 33, target is on property, approaching food trailer. Engage Delta 9. Roger. Alpha 33,
I don't
descend.
think you see what me and Mark do when that comes on.
If you guys aren't chatting anywhere, I can see it.
No, we're not chatting. You gotta
we're-
watch. It's
we're-
a visual thing.
We're just kind of circling around the camera.
Maybe.
Aliens?
Probably.
Globalists?
Definitely. I may have already said too much.
We have
I think I'm hungry now.
Really?
It's flat
I'm listening.
and
All right,
round.
take the plate over there.
Go on.
I'll take the plate over there. You'll knock it out. Or don't, whatever. Go Bradley a cracker. Oh, should have eaten it earlier. Probably.
So your kids are basically your slaves.
What else would you have kids for?
I don't know.
I see the truth in it.
I thought you might.
This truly is a special place.
Yeah, we like to think so.
Will you be here tomorrow?
We move around quite a bit.
Ah, a mobile command center. A strong strategy. I like where your head's at.
Anything else?
I was never here. I had a guy in California come up and tell me that because of the commercial.
Package intercept. Copy that, Alpha 33. Come on back, let's see.
Long live Flat Earth.
Long live Flat Earth!
Welcome back to Strange World Part 4. It's you, me, and the always stellar Karen B, who is doing the Vegas conference, 2023 Vegas, baby. The Flat Earth Conference will be West Coast this year. For those of you who don't know geography, Vegas is not where you think it is. Most people think it's like in the middle of freaking Nevada. No, it is might as well be part of California. It's basically on the
Like
east side.
the very southern tip of Nevada, right next to the California border.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's very deliberate, to where it's like, oh no, we're having people drive from freaking Southern
It's easy
California.
to drive to from multiple places, so
Yeah, very easy to drive to. I got a couple of chats. Hey, Mark, I'll go tell
for you people to not go.
No, there is no excuse. Seriously, if it's definitely not for the money. It is super cheap to go to.
Yeah, I haven't released the location, the actual hotel it's at yet, but I'm telling you, it's going to be reasonable. It's not going to cost.
Yeah, and you don't have to stay at that hotel, but you might as well. I mean, it's really the way to do it because then you don't have to drive anywhere. You can just, there's plenty of bars, plenty of food, plenty of restaurants. As you know, flat earthers will close the bars.
Mhm.
I couldn't even keep up in Dallas. It was
And-
so.
Yeah. Well, I was going to tell everybody, it's not on the main strip. It's off the main strip. It's not on the big strip with all the big fancy casinos. It's on Fremont Street. It's on the other side on the old strip, and the place is rated a local favorite. So
awesome.
It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. You guys are going to love it.
Yeah, and if you want to do if you want to go see a show, you want to go do whatever, it's like, sure, fine, great. But it's pretty safe bet you're going to be hanging out with flat earthers most of the time. I also got a text. Hey, Mark, it's Algo. Tell Karen, sorry I bagged on Vegas. It was a reflex. Oh, did you ban him in chat?
No.
Something happened in there? That must be.
I know a lot of people bag on Vegas. I don't care.
Yeah.
I already figured this is not my first rodeo. This is like my 5th or 6th event now. I already know I'm not going to please everybody. It's impossible to please everybody all the time. If you don't like Vegas, skip this year. Maybe you'll want to go next year. All right? All right.
You want to go. I think it's going to be a real fun time. And again, I am curious to see the difference between West Coast and East Coast.
Oh, it's going to be totally different vibe.
Yeah, the vibe is going to be. Yeah, I know what the vibe's going to be. It's going to be out there, which is going to be fun. Again, can't wait. Can't wait. All right, phone number to call in is 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480. I'm sorry if I sound a little tired and my voice isn't exactly 100%. One, I talked for basically 12 hours straight when I was down in California at that meetup. They got their money's worth, that's for sure. And then my mother's 80th birthday was today. And so I had to do the big party for her, and she had a lot of friends. And I met during this thing teachers, because she was a career teacher. And I had met teachers from my past that I haven't seen in decades, just freaking decades. My 5th grade teacher, my 1st grade teacher, my piano teacher, who was also my babysitter in the 70s. Just my head was all over the place. So I'm a little worn down. I'm still trying to recover from the California meetup. Okay, let's pick. We're going to do 214 first. We're going to do 818 second. We're going to do 604 third. And I know 604 is in a place which doesn't really exist officially, that being Canada, but you're going to have to hold on the line for a little bit. So 214 first. 214. Could this be Jan?
Yes. Oh, hello, Mark, Ken, and Peanut. I couldn't help laughing. You were talking about your mother's friends and your teachers and babysitters.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep. Pastor of my old church.
So proud of you.
It was fun. I liked it. Plus, I made her a special.
So proud of you, Mark.
Thank you. I made a special YouTube video for her, an automated thing, and I made it unlisted, so I'm not going to release it publicly because it's not absolutely PC. But I had some fun with that. Anyway, how are you, Jen?
Well, thank you. And it's pretty cool that John was not able to make Dallas, but he just might be able to make Vegas.
Yeah.
The cookie guy that brought cookies to Dallas, he's been going to Vegas since he was 15.
Oh.
So he could always pass. And I think he was supposed to be 21, but anyway, and the lovely lady from New York, right? I hope you ask her accent next time.
I think it's part London and part East Coast. I think she's from the UK originally, but she spent enough time on the East Coast that it's starting to bleed over. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So.
And that the eclipse that's coming through Dallas in 2024, I think it's around April. It's going to be here about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Apparently, it's going to be a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
And so, just thought I'd put that in since you were talking about it.
Cool.
And
Great.
so I guess Master Gunner will not be on right now.
because you're on with me. Well, yeah. Master Gunner.
If I hadn't called in, he'd be there, right?
No, because there's also somebody from Van Nuys, California, who may or may not have been at the meetup, and I think a woman from British Columbia who's also online. But Jen, I picked up you first because you know what? I care, and if anything, one of my biggest flaws, if you know what, my only flaw really is that I care too much. So
well, I'd agree.
There you go.
I would agree. I think your mother would too.
Peanut's shaking his head. Karen's watching chat, so it's rolling off of her. She doesn't care. But
Uh-huh.
so
And
what
British
else?
Columbia, is that where Jen is?
Yes, I bet you it's Jen. I bet you it's Jen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I hope her husband's doing much better, of course, and to Danielle in Quebec. And should be an interesting couple months coming up, I think.
Yes, I agree.
April, May. And congratulations, Karen, for scheduling all that. And gosh, I think that's everything. Oh, no, wait. I think Dan had a great idea last week about the man that saw the, is it fishbowl? Is that right?
Oh yeah. He saw
Yeah.
the test. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think he'd be an interesting guest. So anyway, shout out again to everybody I just shouted out. So thank you. You guys have a great night.
All right. Thanks,
Thank you,
Jen.
Jen.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey.
That's
Shout out to Claptrapism, just purchased memberships for people in my chat. And if you don't know, you have to change your settings to be able to accept a membership to get it. So go and change your settings and accept the memberships. Thank you. Said to say that real quick.
Yeah. I was listening, by the way, to I almost made it to the live coffee talk on Monday. I'm doing stuff. You start at a certain time, and I'm on West Coast, so I'm it's pretty damn early. But I decided to listen to after it started recording. It's pretty fun. I liked it. I like listening to your stuff.
Well, thank you.
You're quite good at it.
Am I?
Yeah, I mean, considering where everything was, where I thought you were this absolute stoic, strong, silent type back in Raleigh, where it's like, does Karen talk, or does she just wait to beat up people? And then to now, where it's like, wow, actually, quite good.
Yeah, I sit there and I talk by myself for like 3 hours. It's kind of crazy.
I know. It's like, wow, I don't even know if I could pull that off. Eventually, I've got to bounce something off people. But you're great. Do you ever drag Ted into any of this stuff?
No.
It's on the rocks, isn't it? It's on the outs.
No. He's just.
You don't have to lie to make friends. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's cool. I know that he Ted is actually the strong, silent type quite a bit.
Yeah. But then when he gets going, he can get on a rant himself too sometimes.
That is true. That's true. You bring it out in him, I think. Okay, let's pick up. Who are we going to pick up? Van Nuys, California. So 818, were you there with me on the beach in Southern California?
It could have been, but this is Rose, and right now I'm in Louisiana. But it very well could have been. What year was it in Van Nuys?
No, I just got back on Sunday. I did that big meetup with Van Nuys. So, but thank you.
I wasn't the one.
How are you?
I'm doing so great, and I'm so happy to call in because you and I, Mark, we have something so important to discuss, and I'm about to bond with you so much. But first, I want to say that when Karen said that it was off the strip, people might have this idea of off the strip being like in the middle of the desert, but Fremont Street, that's like the original gangster street, and people forget and should know that on Fremont Street is that big LCD screen. It's like the largest LCD screen in the entire world. And you look up and it's, for people who don't react to psychedelics, you'll get to look and see this cool thing. And even now they have a zip line so people could fly under the psychedelic LCD wannabe LSD screen. So don't be thinking it's like it's out in the middle of the nowhere in the boonies. It's just a more like OG gangster, think like old time 80s mafia, like Mr. and Mrs. Toyota at the blackjack table type thing. You guys, it'll be good. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Fremont Street right now. Mark,
Okay.
Mark, I want to tell you something.
Oh, okay.
I, in
This on air?
2006,
Okay.
in 2006, was an orc shaman.
No.
Yes, and when I was bedridden, I don't know what your excuses is. Excuse me, for months when I was bedridden in the hospital, I was grinding, man. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was online dating the Guildmaster. I was in Nemesis on the BlackRock server, man.
Really for the Horde, huh?
Really? What server?
Really.
You were. I guess that's what I'm calling. I was calling to find out if you were Alliance or Horde, to find out if we could be friends. Were you for the Horde or for the Alliance?
Come on. I'm one of I know I'm a purist, so I not only play Alliance, I only play Human Paladin. So and I only
Oh my god.
I know. I am one of those where, because Alliance is so young, but I was one of the older players in the Alliance. I initially started out as a guy that was supposed to be the alternate for this big guild called Descendants of Draenor, not to be confused with Warlords of Draenor. And when then we figured out early on that nobody does alts on the other faction. You only play your faction. And so I was a guild master of nothing. So I just abandoned the guild and I just basically did my own thing for 16 years. I played from,
Wow.
2004 to basically to 2020.
Well, isn't it interesting? Because it makes me wonder now that I'm a truther and I care about goodness and truth.
Yeah.
If I was playing World of Warcraft today, maybe I would have chosen the Alliance.
Well, I mean, come on. The Horde are basically villains. You look at them and they look like super villains. That's all they are, right?
And I thought that was cool. So it goes to show.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm a little surprised, and I don't want to drag this out. I am a little surprised that you played an orc shaman.
A male orc shaman too.
A male orc shaman with big freaking tusks. Come on. You strike me, and no, maybe I don't know you that well, but you strike me as a cute little gnome with pink hair, shooting little sparkle balls and stuff like that. What in the world are you?
That's the thing, is I wanted to be something different. I wanted to express what I couldn't be in the real world. And so in World of Warcraft, I could be an orc shaman and press F5, 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 DPS, DPS, DPS. Hey, Mark, I have to ask you, do you remember that funny video of them trying to do Ani? And then he's like, go into the flank, go into the wing, stop. And he's screaming at them, bloody murder.
Oh, is that the? I know Peanut's gonna yell at me. And actually, it's pretty funny. Well, are you talking about the 50 DKP minus video? That famous video, where
Possibly, but they're trying to get the Cloud song. It's called the Cloud song. That's all I can remember. I can't find the video, so if you could find it for me, all the funny wow.
All right. Email me.
The Guildmaster's directing them.
You and I are friends on Skype, so send me a thing about what you're looking for. I can find anything. I used to do internet research for a living, so I can find it. So yeah.
Thank you so much. That's all I've got tonight.
All right. No, it's cool. If you have an obscure, honestly, that's really, really cool. Because there was this that reminds me. I'll leave you with this. There was this great little joke in the Onion, that newspaper going way, way back, where the Onion was making fun of WoW because the gamer types, and it's like, more girls are playing WoW and we're gonna talk to both of them, and it's like, oh god. It's so true. There were so many women that
wait, one more question.
Yeah. What?
Did you have an awesome mount?
Oh yeah. No, I was one of all right. Again, I don't want to drag it out because the show is going to end eventually, but we a couple calls we want to pick up, which is think about this.
Sorry.
No, I was one of the richest players on Warcraft at the time. I mean, I had capped out gold before some of the expansions, and so I could buy, and I made all my money by, you're going to believe this is going to sound so gay, not that anything's wrong with gay. Which is I made my money selling pets. I power leveled pets. I had a fantastic system for it. I power leveled pets, and I sold them to people. I sold level 25
I had a
pets.
panda pet. You remember that? Remember the panda? The little cute little panda that could follow you around? I waited all night long for the Burning Crusade. I waited outside in the dark, in the cold night, cold California night. I don't know what cold was at that point. But and then I only made it to 64, and that's when something clicked in my head, and I decided to get a life.
Nice. Yeah, you and I, we could compare notes on this for a long time, but unfortunately, Karen and Peanut are gonna kill me. All right, so
okay,
shoot me things. No, I'll send you all sorts of fun little. I'll send you my last character before I quit, because the reason why I quit was when they went from 120 down to 50. It's like, no, I'm 120. I'm not level 50 anymore. You can't force me to go back to level 50. I'll quit beforehand. Anyway, nice talking to you.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
All right, talk to you later. See ya. All right, bye.
Your Rose.
I have so much new respect for her now. Seriously, that there's so many points I'm throwing at her. She's great. Okay, we actually, people I think dropped off because of that conversation. Okay, let's go back to Texas. 469. What do you got?
Yes, 469, line unmuted. Hey, guys. Hey, I was wondering if you guys saw the Chinese space rocket landing in Texas this week.
No. Peanut, did you see a Chinese rocket landing in
No.
Texas? Boy, I would have heard about that, right?
What? It conveniently broke up into unpopulated areas over Texas. Yeah, it's a Chinese
okay, so
rocket.
it didn't land in
Chinese?
Texas. It broke apart over Texas?
Well, it crashed down in Texas.
Yeah.
don't
Again,
know where-
unless
they
you
don't
have
know where it
somebody,
landed.
you know how it goes in the internet, man. Unless you've got video of it, what do you got?
This was like 4 or 5 days ago.
Huh?
You guys not? How's this not the biggest story?
Well, that's just it. How is it not the biggest story? It's not the biggest story because nobody wanted to cover it for whatever reason. I'm now clicking on the link from space.com. Chinese rocket stage crashes to Earth over Texas. No debris. Here's why.
Karen, can you tell the audience how to sign in for membership gifting?
Yeah, I was trying to show it as I'm screen sharing. You have to click in the chat and you have to select allow gifts on this channel. And then you can click where it says 50 memberships and you can try to grab one there. I think there's still some sitting up there.
Hey, I don't want to tell you how to do things, but like you said, you want to do a membership only stream, and I was thinking like maybe you could pick your favorite what do you call that? Someone that was on the Mount Myres summit.
Favorite guest?
I guess guest. But like, what's the P word that I'm trying to think of?
Presenter.
Production. Production presenter. Maybe you could just maybe you can ask Jaren and if you could just do like a live stream watch party of one of the presenters, and then just kind of watch it or something. Or better yet, get them to come on the show and do like just a live stream with a guest.
Yeah, maybe. I was gonna do something live. I don't know about watching somebody's presentation, but
presentation. See, that's a different P word that I was trying to think of. I'm bad. My vocabulary is very bad. I know the beginning letter, and that's about it. It's like that stuff. But
there we go. People are picking
maybe
them up
you
now.
could get. Maybe you can get one of the presenters to come on your show.
Maybe.
Hey, just so you know.
I mean,
just so you know, I went to space.com. The reason why that story did not get a lot of traction is because they say the rocket burned up in the atmosphere and no debris from the rocket has been found on the ground. So if there's no debris on the ground and nobody filmed it, did it actually happen or did somebody just report on it? You know what I mean?
No, okay. Like I'm chuckling because they if you look into it, I looked into it for about like 20 minutes. They show all the parts of the rocket that's like and how they should have burned up.
Sure.
So they show like 20 pieces of the rocket.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, these 4 pieces should have not burned up. If you're looking at the same web page that I looked at.
No, I got you.
They're
I
saying
got you.
like something
Look,
should have not burned up.
you know, without any sort of physical evidence nowadays, the story's not going to do much. I mean, come on. I've got a rocket. I got a Russian rocket that just crashed down, you know, burned up over my
That was
house.
the biggest story of the week, I think.
Nope.
I think that was the biggest story
Nope.
of the week.
Nope. Not even close. Can't be the biggest story if there's no evidence, man. It's like, oh yeah, guy was murdered. There's no body, and there's no we don't know the shooter either.
It was burnt up. No, they said it was burnt up over Texas.
Yeah. Fine.
Back
A
in the
Russian
outer space and the
Russian
interspace.
rocket. Shush. A Russian rocket burned up over my house. Prove me wrong. See, I just reported it.
Well,
Am I lying?
you live over there in like Washington.
Oh God, you're killing me. All right, hey, we gotta wrap up the show. So we are gonna say goodbye to you. Thank you. And we are going to jump on this call so we can tie a bow on this one. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it in Vegas.
Yes, New York.
There we go.
Vegas, holy crap.
Oh yeah,
Oh, my
I
goodness.
would
Hello,
think
hello,
that'd be
hello.
I'd think that's your kind of town, isn't it?
Oh my God. Vegas is nuts. That's just the place to go. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like been waiting for years. And I'll even start my quote about Vegas. Las Vegas is the only place I know where money really talks. It says goodbye.
Yeah. Not the truth.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Again, I am sorry
Fremont
that
Street is nuts.
The what?
Fremont Street is nuts. That screen over the top is just nuts.
Yeah.
It's funny because the first thing I thought was I shot terrorists on that street because Rainbow Six Vegas on Xbox.
Right.
At Fremont Street is too funny.
Yeah. One of my favorite.
That's awesome. That's
one of my
awesome.
favorite gaming mods was Fallout 3, the Vegas mod. It was awesome. I got to walk around all sorts of fun stuff in Vegas.
Yeah.
So can't wait.
Hey, like that guy was talking about the Texas thing or whatever, no video, but I don't know why, but I keep getting hung up on this one that they shot over Alaska. They finally released a video. I think it's crappy CGI personally, but they finally released a video of they used another fucking F-22 to shoot this thing down that clearly was not a balloon. It was some weird thing, like a cylinder floating in the air. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I've just been waiting for that because they've been talking about all the alien shit coming. So it's like, I think they're just pushing it with the, well, obviously they're pushing it with the media, but you know what I mean?
Right.
Crazy. Yeah, that one's just been amazing me. I don't know. Because it's like, if it is our, not necessarily us, but human tech, that now they're showing us anti-gravity. That's the thing that caught me. Like, maybe that, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting. And I think the aliens honestly are coming to arrest Trump. They've been talking about that too. And they're preparing for riots in the streets if Trump is arrested. Fucking morons.
Oh yeah. By the way, that's not going to happen. There's no way. You're not.
No, of course not.
You don't telegraph that much in advance. You don't say, oh no, we're going to arrest the guys. That's schoolyard antics right there. I'm going to totally kick his ass in the flagpole tomorrow at 3:00. Like, yeah, because nothing can happen between now and then.
Right.
And actually, Peanut Gallery had a good point, which was okay. So how do you arrest a guy that has permanent Secret Service guarding him for life? How does that happen exactly? What jurisdiction kicks in? Do you have to have them stand down? And even if you did take him to prison, you couldn't put him in a gen pop, even in a minimum security prison. He'd have to be on his own.
No. He'll be in Mar-a-Lago, house arrest. Oh, poor guy. Fucking crazy. Yo, I couldn't believe this. Somebody wrote it in the chat, and Pfizer has a new mascot, and its name is Clotty. Clotty. What the fuck?
Oh yeah. It's a nice little jab. Oh, see what I did there?
What?
Oh,
yeah, totally jabbing and mocking, right? Holy
yeah, it's totally
shit.
mocking. Yeah.
I looked it up, but I fucking almost fell out of my chair. I was like, "What
I'm-
the fuck?"
I'm just amazed. We got to wrap up the show here pretty soon. But I'm just amazed that that our lucky unlucky list just keeps rolling along. I mean, come on, how many shows have we done now where it's all over the place? And again, we keep seeing
almost 400. See what I did there?
Right. Next week.
This is from the Babylon Bee, you guys. That's satire.
I know.
Yeah, it's satire.
Right.
It's still a good one. It's still a good one that they could take that you could take a shot at them. Oh, oh my God. Okay, we're gonna end the show here. You got anything before we go?
Oh yeah, I got two things real quick.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Mama Sargent.
Thank you.
Very awesome.
Yes, happy birthday, Miss Sargent.
Real quick. It's $300 to fly from the East Coast to Vegas. It's a 6-hour flight, 36-hour drive. Marijuana is legal. Wow, Vegas. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
All right, man. Anything else? What was the other thing? Was that it? Oh no, that was it. All right. What?
Shout out to Kid Wisconsin. I like the nervous kid. All right.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he just seemed like a nervous kid. Like he doesn't talk. Like he's never talked to other flat earthers. I don't know. Maybe he'll say next week. But that's what I got out of it.
Well, that kid definitely should not
He
go
was
to
just
Vegas.
to talk to another human.
He'd be that kid that we wouldn't.
He's in Wisconsin. What they got? Cheese?
The what? The cheese? The cheese head?
They have Wisconsin.
Yeah. The cheese. Yeah,
Yeah,
dairy products are extremely cheap in Wisconsin. All right, hey, we gotta sign off. So, with that, say goodnight, Karen.
Good night, Karen.
Say goodnight, Zulu.
Good night, Zulu.
And Peanut Gallery just kind of waves and does his little thing with cigarettes. So, we'll be back next week. Same time, same flat channel. And by the way, next week is episode 400. Can you believe that? 400 weeks. Yeah. All right. With that, Karen, let's outro this with Vegas, baby. Vegas.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Good night, everybody. Oh, yeah. Hot sex.
Hot sex.
Oh.
In Vegas.
Yes.
In Vegas.
So we say we know what we thought we knew. All I thought we threw away was everything. Fought in many wars, danced our lives away. How well we loved is how long our lovers stay. They say that Mars is close as it's ever been, and I'm so tired of being on the ropes again. That's the lovely girl standing chasing stars all over again. There's words for what you got, what you have, and what you'll ever need. There's love so many nights, so many nights, so many ways to believe.
Hello, Daisy. Hello,